food. So a lot of my clients tell me they cannot eat this much fruit, it's way too much. It doesn't fit into their belly. And while yes, it does take time for your body to adjust to bigger quantities and portion sizes, it shouldn't be a problem for you to eat 300 calories worth of watermelon. And I think a lot of the times we don't actually sit down with our meal and we are present, we are chewing the food, we are taking breaks and breathers in between the food to actually, for the body to be able to absorb the food and digest it properly. So yes, if I were to do some work while I'm eating this watermelon, I don't know, answer some emails or sometimes I watch Netflix while I'm eating, don't get me wrong, but even then I make sure I chew my food really, really well. I put it down in between and just focus on the series or the movie I'm watching. So today I wanted to show you a couple of tricks that you can implement to absorb the fruit better. So the first thing I like to do before I start eating is I just put my palms together. I say thank you for the food. Even that, just putting the intention, putting the gratitude into the food is incredibly helpful. But then when I eat the food, I like to just take a bite. Put it down in between and chew the watermelon. I know with fruit it's pretty easy. Chew it until it's actually like apple mush. And not just chunks that are going down my gut. So with watermelon, this is pretty easy, but let's say you were having potatoes or, vegetables cooked or steamed or boiled or whatever, you really want to chew it until it's like apple mush. I promise you, your digestion is going to be on fire and you're going to be so satiated after your meals. And ideally, the majority of the meals, again, if you are looking to, for example, slim down, sit down, do not distract yourself, but be in silence. Or, I do like to listen to podcasts while I'm eating, but not watch something, but visually be there with my food. Such a huge game changer. And again, what really helps here is finding top-notch fruit quality, and that is going to take time. So it took me a couple of years to get to a point where I'm really confident with picking fruit. And still, I sometimes buy fruit that doesn't taste good and I'm not going to bother eating it then. Because if the fruit that you're eating doesn't excite you more than the cooked food, than the junk food, than the greasy food, then you're not going to stick with this way of eating long term. And I'm not saying that I never eat cooked food, I still eat cooked food. And still the majority of my food comes from raw, fresh, living, vibrant fruits and vegetables. So I'm just here in my little studio and I just filmed a bunch of videos. I'm so excited to upload these. So one is about my teeth care and one is about the all-in diet by Stephanie Buttermore and why it hasn't worked for me, why it might not have worked for you. And yeah, so stay tuned for these videos. I just went to literally these two shops and the Turkish seller to get some fruit. So the first thing I got, very important for my nice cream bowls and my smoothie bowls, is frozen raspberries. I'm such a raspberry lover. Oh my god. 2 bunches of bananas. Organic, of course. And I like to hang my bananas on here. Here's one. And here's one. And I still have a lot of frozen bananas as well. I got celery. I got bell pepper. Ooh, and I got these incredible grapes. I love green sweet grapes. The variety is Autumn Crisp. I got some figs, which I'm gonna have now. Very excited. I got some pink lady apples. I got 1 red onion and 2 pumpkins. And I got this corn. I used to eat these canned corns as a kid, and when I was walking by, I just like wanted it so much, so I might have that tonight. And then, of course, some more veggies. Zucchini, lettuce, tomatoes, more lettuce, eggplant, which I'm gonna steam, and 1 lemon. Oh yeah, and most importantly, of course, I gotta get my melons. So I got some melons. Let me actually bring you with me to show you the melons. All right, so here we got the melon stash. I got 3 peel de sapo, 1 sugar melon, which my mom said she used to love as a kid, and she said 10 out of 10 recommend, and 1 big watermelon. All right, it's fig time. I just made some nice cream with my stick blender, and it's turned out really nice. It's blueberries, frozen bananas. Look at that consistency. And frozen raspberries, of course. Gotta have my raspberries. And some pink lady apples. Pink ice cream with pink lady apples. I have my meal. So good. And for dinner, I'm having lettuce with lettuce, just what you would expect a raw vegan to eat. But jokes aside, this is an absolutely incredible meal that excites me so much right now. So I'm having iceberg lettuce, which I'm going to wrap stuff into, so I'm kind of eating wraps today, with bell pepper, lamb's lettuce, tomatoes, and more tomatoes and corn, and this insanely delicious sauce. It's defrosted mango tomato paste, which I think is a great alternative to dry tomatoes, because dry tomatoes usually have a lot of grease, oil, or salt added, and tomato paste is just 100% tomatoes. And then I also added in some dates and some dried Italianic herbs. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this outside. Super excited. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see another what I eat in a day video, then click the video on the screen.